What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you for tuning in to the Letstalkstatic Podcast, where every topic is the topic that is up for discussion. I am your girl, Cameo81, and I'm gonna bring it to y'all live. I am live in effect. I am so hyped. I'm so crunk. There is so much that is going on. There's gonna be so much going on the Let's Talk Static podcast, y'all. Like I told y'all at first, I am so ecstatic, and I don't even know what to do. I am very. I'm kind of nervous at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just kind of like, oh my God. At the end of the day, you guys, you already know we can't act to create without purpose. Okay. So I just want to let you guys know that the purpose of this podcast, the purpose of the Let's Talk Static podcast is to reach out amongst all of the people that are within our communities. That's just what I'm all about. It's just recognizing all the challenges that we face every day because not everybody has someone that they can always run to. Not everybody has someone that they can talk to about their problems or anything like that, especially when we're facing everyday challenges. And it doesn't matter what those challenges are in our lives. So that is where the Let's Talk Static podcast come into play. Okay, that's where we are because we're not only here to acknowledge the chaos that surrounds people's lives, we're also here to offer solutions. Okay, so it takes a group to actually rebuild our communities. And so I just want you guys to kind of tap in because a lot of us don't even know what's going on in our communities. A lot of us have friends and family, and not only just friends and family, there's also strangers that we don't even know that's within our communities that's going through things, and we can actually be there and help and offer solutions. Our issue is that we don't look out for each other enough. We don't look out for each other enough. And so that is where I come in. So that's just really just what it's all about. It's all about us loving on each other, us just recognizing the things that's going on in our lives, because a lot of us we do face things, and we don't even know like where to turn to. We don't know how to communicate those things a lot of the times. And so that's I just wanted to be a part of that. And so that's one of the reasons why I did create the Let's Talk Static podcast show. And I want you guys to don't feel like you can't come on my show because I'm welcoming you guys with open arms. I would like for you guys to tap in and let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the static that surrounds our lives. Okay. So now I wanted to talk about one of the major topics that that has been, I would say that's been basically surrounding our lives, you know. And this right here has been one of the, I would say one of the, it's been a major a major thing, you know what I mean? Um, and I'm talking about the crime that is within our communities. I'm talking about the crime that's surrounded by mental health that we are failing to acknowledge. And I wanted to mainly talk about that thing, because sometimes our children are facing difficulties. Sometimes we're facing difficulties and we don't acknowledge those those things. And so they actually transform and turn into something more crucial than what is attended, only because it hasn't been taken care of. So we're about to get right. Okay. Okay. So um, I wanted to ask you guys a question. I want to know, like, um, I'm not even going to ask you guys a question. I'm gonna ask you guys a question because I want to know, like, do you think that you are active enough in children's lives within our communities? Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Do you think that you are active enough in children's lives within our communities? I'm just saying because that's something that I really have been pondering on, and I've been pondering on that because I have noticed that the crime in the communities have have actually grown, and we are here in Texas. So when I say the crime in our communities, I'm talking about the crime that's in Arlington. I'm talking about the crimes that's in Grand Prairie. I'm talking about the crimes that's in Dallas, Texas, McKinney, Texas, Richardson, Carrollton, all those places that are in our communities that's in Texas. But you know, you can pretty much tell where about my location is by the cities that I've just called out. Okay. So when I'm asking you guys, do y'all think that y'all are active enough within our communities to help our youth? You know, the crime rate has skyrocketed. It really has, it has skyrocketed. And I don't really think that all of these children and all of these all these people, because it's not only just the youth that's out here, you know, doing like a lot of the nonsense, the senseless, you know, um, acts against other people. Um, because it's not just the youth that's actually doing that. At the same time, you know, we have I would say other human beings, but there is a lack of self awareness, and I'm gonna talk about self awareness today because I think that that is one of our major topics that we really need to tackle when it comes to, you know, like dealing with mental health and those type of things, because a lot of people have things going on within themselves. They have a lot of things going on mentally and emotionally, but they're not self-aware. They're not self-aware. They're not aware um of self. And a lot of times it's because we've been raised to only communicate certain things. And so when we're going through that and we're facing that, it can become very challenging. Um Not only that, I do feel like the music that a lot of the music that the artists that are coming out these days are promoting it promotes mental health. You know, when they're singing and they are actually, I would say when they're singing about certain things, certain activities that's going on, it's like it's like they're encouraging our youth, and they're encouraging our people. It's okay to be depressed. It's okay to be down. It's okay to have low self-esteem and all of that, and we kind of get caught up in the trends of those things. you know they're actually telling us to turn to drugs to ease the pain, to ease our mental. They're telling us to turn to sex. They're turning. They're telling. But they're telling us to turn to sex and to turn to the senseless acts, towards each other, and so that is one of many reasons and things that why we face a high rate crime in our communities. That is one of my major things, because I do feel like the communities are surrounded with people that are struggling with mental health issues. A lot of these people, they have had either hard childhood lives. They are battling with poverty. They are battling with self-esteem issues. They are battling with, feeling loved, and they're battling with a lot of things that only if we bring those things to awareness, that those things can be tackled, those things can be handled, those people can be helped. I don't think that every senseless act of, the K word, um, I don't think that it's always because it's from a hateful person, or it's from a person that, you know, um, I'm trying to think of the word. I'm trying to think of the word, guys. Because I don't know, like this topic, it just really it touches me, it touches my heart, you know, um, because there's so much, there are so many things that we can do to prevent and intervene, you know, within our communities to help save our communities. I just feel like a lot of the times we don't do enough. We don't do enough. We don't reach out to the youth. Half of us really don't even care about the youth, you know. And but it is the same ones that aren't reaching out to the youth, and that doesn't show the interest in what's going on in our communities when it's surrounding our youth. We don't do enough to prevent certain things. I don't know about y'all, but I do know that I'm tired. I don't want to bury my family members. I don't want you guys to bury your family members. You know, because that's something that's very, very, very sad, and that's detrimental to everyone that is involved. You know what I mean? Right now we have so much that is that's going on. I'm sure you guys have heard about the latest, the Julio Fulio and the youngin Ace beef, you know, and it's just it's sad because our predominantly our black our black children, children of color, you know, they are the ones that are suffering. They are the ones that are suffering. And when I say they're suffering, I really mean they are suffering. You have our children of color that are passing away before they're even the age of 30, before they're even the age of 25, some before they're even the age of 18. And it's sad. It really is. It's really sad. And I just think that as a community, we are supposed to intervene, but there's so many selfish people out here in this world to where they don't even really care because we have gotten so in tuned and we've gotten in the trance of the social media. And it's like, nowadays everybody's like chasing images, they're chasing wealth, they're chasing a million and one things other than, you know, like our communities. Like they're not even aware of what's going on in the communities because they are chasing dreams and goals and all, and everything else. And I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't do that. You understand me? I would never um try to I would say I would never try to say that, hey, you're not supposed to try to be wealthy or you're not supposed to try to do anything with your life or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but I do know that a lot of people that are within the community, they work hard and, to hustle and try to handle everything that they're trying to handle to get out of the community, which is very much understandable. But I just look at it like at the same time that you are trying to get out of the community, you still have other children being born. You still have other, I would say, generations from different families that are being born. And I don't want to make it and not be in a position to give back to my community because that is one of my main goals. One of my main goals is to be able to give back to the community, be able to love the people within the community, no matter what the ethnic background is, no matter what our morals and principles are, because everyone isn't raised the same. Everyone has different struggles in life to transform them into who they become or who they are. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like for a long time I did not understand what that was. I didn't understand what it was like, even being raised and coming up. I had strict parents. I had very, very, very strict parents who, I wasn't allowed to do a lot of the things that a lot of um, a lot of my peers were doing. I wasn't allowed to go places, and I would be upset with my mom about those things. But a lot of the a lot of the no's that she said as a parent, you know what I mean? It actually they protected me. They protected me, and I'm forever grateful for that. But at the same time, everyone doesn't have that. Everyone doesn't have meaningful parents that will teach them morals and principles and about respect and self-love and self-awareness and all those things that you know you have to teach your child to build and transform them in their character of who they are to become when they become adults. Not everyone has that. And so I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that it is the job of the community to step in to help mold those children who are missing those things because there's a lot of them that are in our communities. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because there are so many, and these babies are actually going through mental health conditions. They're going through depression. They're going through self-esteem issues, lack of love. They don't have enough principles and morals. They haven't been taught the respect that is needed. And so I really do just think that us as a community, like, those are some of the things that I'm willing to tackle on my podcast. Those are things that I want to talk about. I don't know about if y'all want to talk about them, but I know I want to talk about them. I'm just saying, I just, I'm just saying, I want to talk about it. I want to get to the bottom of it. I do. I want to be able to create solutions. So that's the purpose of the Let's Talk Static show. That is the purpose of the Let's Talk Static podcast show. Because someone has to be an advocate for the community. Why not me? And I'm not doing it boldly because I'm very, very humble, you know, in this journey that I've chosen to take. But like I said, every topic is the topic that is up for discussion. We're going to discuss everything on this show. We're going to discuss everything, because that's what it's about. It's about tackling the things that exist in our lives, not pretending that they don't exist or not willing to face them head on. Because everybody has to face something. Everybody has to face something. And that's really what it's about. What are you willing to face? And when you face it head on, what are you willing to do? How are you going to share your experiences with the world so that they can learn from it? I'm just saying because sometimes, sometimes we gotta learn. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's just really just what it's about. That's just really what it's about. It's just all about, like I say, just mental awareness. A lot of the times, the social media, to me, I think that the social media plays like a major, major, major role in a lot of the things that are going on. Our children, our youth, they mimic what they see. And so at this point, we have to, as a whole, we have to distinguish the two from our children. we have to make a choice. We're either going to stop exposing them to certain things that we know that can mentally disturb them, or we're going to put them in a position and teach them how to distinguish real life from entertainment. But that's another topic. But yeah, so I just really just wanted to introduce you guys to my show. I want to introduce you guys to myself, your girl Kivia. And I just want, like I say, I just want to touch bases with you guys so I can just let you guys know it's really about to be going down. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all because we have so much that we are going to touch bases on. We have so much that we are going to um, come together and like I say, basically, we're going to solve a lot of problems on the Letstalkstatic Podcast. We're going to open up a lot of eyes. We're gonna open up your. I want you guys. You know what? I'm not gonna say what I want. I'm telling y'all, you're gonna stimulate your mental. You understand me? You're gonna stimulate your mental. That's what we're gonna do on the Let's Talk Static podcast. I just wanted basically to come in with this introduction. Like I told you guys, I have so much in store for you. I have so much in store for you. And I am waiting. Okay. I will be sending out the links to anyone that wants to be a guest on my podcast. I will be giving out links because I want to hear what you guys have to say, and I want to bring y'all in because the main purpose of this is to reach one and teach one. The main purpose and journey of this Let's Talk Static podcast is to recognize the issues, the problems, the chaos, of everyday life. And we're not only just going to be tackling those things, because we're also going to have fun. We're also going to, we're going to explore new things together. You know what I mean? So, but it's mainly for those things, and we're going to be able to come up with some solutions, and we're going to do that together. Okay? So, thank you guys for tuning in to Let's Talk Static Podcast. Okay, and I'm gonna see y'all to the next show. Cause we coming back. Yeah. We're coming back. Yeah. I just want to basically introduce you guys to the podcast and thank you for tuning in. And we'll come back at you. See you later.